Hey guys, this is Maya and welcome to Bookshot. I can give you 100 reasons why you should start reading short stories, or I can even give you 100 reasons why you should try writing short stories as well. But that is not the point of this video. The point here is to read good short stories. Just because they are short, it doesn't mean you have to read every other short story out there. It's very important that you invest your time in good stuffs. So there is a general tendency among the readers to avoid short stories. I don't know why that happens, but I feel that short stories are really powerful. Short stories deserve much more attention than they are getting right now. So recently I have been reading a lot of short story books, and I was actually thinking to make a book recommendation video in which I include all those books in a single video. But then I thought, no, some of these books really deserve individual attention. They are very well written and they have some really good stories, and if I include them in a single video, maybe I could not do justice to those books. So I decided to make a series on this channel where I will be recommending you some really amazing short story books. I'll be talking about every book individually in every single video. So this is going to be a short story recommendation series on Bookshot. So whenever you are having a reading slump, or maybe you are having a boring day, or maybe just you are in mood to read some short stories, you can definitely come on this channel and check that playlist. I'll be making a playlist of these recommendations, so you can check out that playlist to get some really amazing short story recommendations. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. The book we are going to discuss in this video is called Kiss of the Wildflower and Other Stories by Deepika Sharma. This is a collection of 16 short stories. Every single story in this book has a different flavor. They are spread over different genres, and these are modern day stories which has the elements of mystery, horror. There is relationship based stories, there is an inspirational story, there is a story which breaks gender stereotypes, and many more. The premises of these stories are set on the mountains and villages of the northern part of India, especially those Himalayan side. And some of the stories are also set up in the urban scenario, but most of them are set up on the mountain and village areas, which gives them a kind of Ruskin Bond story feel. So if you have read Ruskin Bond stories, then you will feel not similarity. I don't want to compare both of them, but there are slight, that taste is there in these stories as well. And I feel that the author is a big fan of Ruskin Bond. Maybe, I'm not sure about this. Out of these 16 short stories, I have listed down 3 of my favorite stories from this book. I will give you a glimpse of these 3 stories so that you can decide whether this book is for you or not. Now again, these are short stories, so I cannot give away anything beyond a certain limit because it will end up being a spoiler of the book. And I don't want to spoil this book for you. I will do my best to give you a small idea about these stories. So the first story in my list is, the title of the story is My Beginning, End and Happily Ever After. Now, frankly speaking, I did not really understand the meaning of this title, but the story was really nice. It is a story of a strong bond between, let's call them a couple, but it is not a love story though. These people happen to meet each other during the unfortunate time of India-Pakistan partition, and the story begins from there. Giving away anything beyond this would be a spoiler, so it was a really heartwarming story. I really enjoyed reading that story. My second favorite story is Summer in Winter. This is an inspirational story. This is the story of a lady who went through a lot of hardships in her life and ended up building a business for herself. So this is a really impactful story. It really touched my heart. And the third favorite story is Prattles of the Mind. Now this is a very interesting story. This is the story of an old man named Banke Bihari. This person feels that his family does not love him, but whereas that is not the case, his family really took great care of him. They really loved him so much. But this happens when people go through a lot of hardships throughout their life, and they live in a society where they see a lot of negative things happening around them. So this person feels that his son and daughter-in-law are just faking of taking care of him, and all they want is just his money. And he thinks like this because similar things has happened to people of his age in his society. So he feels that the same is going to happen with him as well, but that is not the case. So it was an interesting story and I really liked reading it. So these were my 3 favorite stories from this book. Rest of the stories in this book are also really beautiful. There are some typo errors in this book here and there, like minute typo errors, and I think it is okay. It happens in most of the books, so not a big issue. You can definitely give this book a try. It's worth your time, don't worry about that. And if you are interested to purchase the book, I will leave the link in the description box below. So if you ever feel like reading a good short story book, do consider purchasing the book. I'm sure you will enjoy reading this book. And that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in my next video. Till then, take care, stay safe, bye bye.